Sir. I know where to invest, I know how to invest, but I'm left with zero money in my account.
What do you mean you're left with zero money?
Wait, look at all of these expenses that I've listed down, right?
Okay.
And after this, I'm left with zero. It says insufficient balance.
Why don't you put it all in expense tracker and make sure you don't spend all this money?
I know, I knew you were going to say that. I did it, but somehow I'm not able to follow.
I think I understand what the problem is. You know, I used to have this little Domino's coupons we used to cut out, we used to physically go.
Oh, that's too old.
Not that old, and we used to get this amazing pizza. It was fun, and it was hard to actually spend, and there was cash. How do you apply coupon now?
Copy the code and paste it.
Yeah, and we had to do all of that. Actually, you know what? Everything we've learned about money, storing money in a piggy bank, etc., is no longer valid because the world has changed and the way we spend has changed. So in this episode, why don't we talk about the spending habits of this generation for you and for people like me, and what we can do to, well, not be like Abhishek.
Yes, sir. So what has changed? I mean, it's just UPI, right?
I think it's just UPI. I mean, think about what changed around the world. Internet became more predominant. Think about India. We went from some 14% internet penetration to almost, I think, around 50%. So because it's online and it's easier to actually transact, there is just no friction.
Yes, correct. See, so my hairdresser se leke my rickshaw wala se leke my electricity bill, I pay online, everything.
And what about your home rent?
UPI or bank transfer?
Yeah, most people actually don't. You may use it once in a while, but most of us just use the internet to pay, which is easier. And I think demonetization just accelerated all of this. Right. This would happen, but we just went in like 5x speed because demonetization happened and COVID happened. So everything went on fast forward and we just adopted it much quicker.
So everything is online, it's safe, and plus we get cashback and rewards too. Isn't that better?
Yeah, 100%. I think everything that the internet has done has made our lives, including mine, super easy.
Correct.
But think about this, right? What is the one thing that the internet does really well? Gives everyone equal access.
Right.
And makes things faster and easier, correct?
Correct.
So everything is good when friction is reduced, but certain things where friction is actually good. One thing is payments. If payments are too easy to do and you don't have self-discipline, and most of us don't, you just spend more easily. Now you can just tap and it's at home. The problem is all those transactions you showed me, it's because of convenience. And this is not you, it's everyone. In fact, there was a study with 100,000 Indian families where they checked the usage of cash and UPI.
UPI 1.
UPI won in number of transactions and also total spending, which actually went up because it was easier.
Oh, you tend to spend more.
Yeah, I mean,
that's what happened with me, right?
Think about credit cards also, no? What is a credit card? It's money you don't have that you can spend.
Loan.
Okay, a loan, correct. Now tell me this, Abhishek. If you didn't have a credit card, but you had to take a personal loan to get a phone, would you go to a bank, get a personal loan, then go back to the store and buy the phone?
No.
Probably not. But what if I told you, give me your card, I'll tap it. Or I'll swipe it. It's easier, right?
Give me your card.
No. But you get the point. Credit cards also made taking a loan easier, which is why people who have credit cards actually spend more. Same thing with UPI. Although it's money in your account, it's easier to spend. We're not an advocate for any kind of money system. I mean, if you look at the barter system, you'd have to go and negotiate with people to actually get something. Then you look at, say, what happened with money. There was wear and tear, fake currency, all of that. But with UPI and other online payments, the problem is not this physical thing. The problem is psychological. So what was your last large purchase?
The shoes, sir, the new ones.
You bought
the
them,
latest
right?
one, yes.
The expensive ones. How did you buy them? Like, what's
I just selected the product on the e-com platform.
Okay.
I was not planning to buy it, but I added to the cart. Then I went on the internet to check the reviews about the product. So I have gone through multiple articles, blog posts, etc. Probably watched a couple of YouTube videos to see if the product was good. And I don't know, later on I just bought it.
Got it, okay. And what's the name of this shoe? Can you type it over
Yeah,
there?
of course.
This one, right?
Correct.
Tell me.
Am I good?
Don't you follow these celebrities? Like, aren't they also wearing the shoe? Have you seen these videos before?
Yes, it came on my feed.
Interesting, right? So, we are in the age of nudges. Now, let's think about a time 10 or 20 years ago where you would look at an ad at a newspaper or the television or the radio, and you would simply, to ignore the ad, switch it off. Or change the channel or palti the page. There was a way to ignore it. They would just put an ad and hope someone would like it.
Would come and buy.
But with the internet, they have a special weapon. And that weapon is data. You, Abhishek, your footprints in the sand digitally on the internet. So, when you went on the e-commerce platform and added it, they probably put you inside an add to cart flow.
So that's why I was seeing those multiple videos and photos about that.
Well, if you think about it, after that, your next step was you started going to blogs. Correct. Okay. Now, blogs earn by giving good reviews, and I'm sure you follow a blogger who gives good reviews for shoes. How does he earn? One source is by putting ads, and this could be using Google or Facebook network ads, which means now Google and Facebook know you are looking to buy these white shoes. Which means when you go to YouTube and on Instagram, they know what to sell you. So in your feed and in your in-video YouTube, you will actually see those shoes. And this is a nudge, and they'll show it to you in different situations with different celebs in the best way possible that will appeal to you the most, which causes the impulse buy. So it's not entirely your fault. This is new to humanity. And this nudge is what we should know exists so we don't make such impulse purchases. Has it ever happened that you're talking to a friend about something on the phone or in person and suddenly start seeing ads of that thing?
Yes, it has. Yes, correct.
Have you ever spoken to a friend and suddenly seen that product's ad in your phone? If you have, tell me in the comments below. So that's how nudge marketing works. They find out what you want, they keep nudging you until they reach a purchase point. This was not there in the past, it was just a normal ad. But now it's targeted to what you want. So, and an impulse purchase happens because of it. Another reason why this happens is, think about human behavior. We'll go back 15 years, I'll tell you. I used to get up in the morning, have some money in the account, and then I had to buy, let's say, groceries or shoes or whatever I need. I would get ready, walk out, drive to the nearest ATM, walk into the ATM, calculate how much I actually need, put the card inside, take the money out, not too much, then drive to the store, make that purchase, come back with some change, again, have to calculate it properly, go to the second store, make that purchase, come back. The day has gone by. And I would plan this a few days in advance because aadha din to lagta hi tha. Correct. The friction was high. Now imagine the same transaction. You tell me, how would you do it?
Just like this.
Tuck, tuck.
Correct.
And it'll probably be delivered at home too.
Of course.
So how many days of planning do you need for a purchase like that?
10 seconds.
That's the problem exactly. In fact, that kind of friction was good because you would plan ahead, and unless it was really, really important, you just wouldn't do it. State Bank of India said that they went from 15 ATM visits to just 8.
Correct.
Obviously, because all the payments are happening online and they're so easy.
Yeah, correct. Nobody goes to the ATM. Who goes to the ATM?
Exactly. People don't go to the ATM and they also don't go to the mall as much. But you can see it in these Black Friday sales. You remember those videos we've seen of people like them dying to get in and
deadline that has like a countdown.
A countdown, and then people go inside. So this is the photo of a Black Friday sale over here, and there was absolutely no one over there at all.
In the store?
In the store. Because everyone was buying
online.
Yeah. So think about this. Here's what's happening now. You get your money credited to your account.
Right.
A bunch of payments happen on auto pay.
Oh, the Netflix.
You don't even know that these payments are happening, and the feel of money leaving your account is just not felt. Then you're doing a bunch of impulse purchases because again you have to pay. Again, it doesn't feel like you're paying because it's so easy.
Correct.
You see that?
Yes.
Do that again. There's probably a UPI pin.
This is what happens.
UPI pin is probably your muscle memory, which makes it even easier to do that. Now the problem with that is, it's easy, but you don't feel that the money is leaving, and because of that, you have no control on your expenses.
That's why the account is zero.
That's why you don't have money left over to invest. And I think there are a bunch of other problems here. Now you'll be bombarded by more products to make it even easier, to make it feel like it's super easy for money to leave your account. Like UPI Lite, few hundred rupees without a pin, the payment's made. That credit card with the tap feature.
That's how I bought the shoes.
You bought shoes on a tap. So again, it's easier. Don't feel that the money is leaving. And say dynamic QR codes where you're not even putting the money. The point is you scan, the money comes, you just put the pin and it's done.
Yes.
The process of friction means you know money is leaving. Are you sure? Are you sure? Are you sure? It's leaving your account. Are you sure? That was there with cash.
But this is convenient, no?
But it's so easy, you don't feel the money is leaving. And that's why you don't have any money left. So now that we know all of this, we should think about the psychology behind impulse buying. One is like, say, FOMO.
Sir, I know. Okay, इसमें क्या है? Okay, what am I supposed to do?
No, so look, psychological biases are just that. If you are aware that they exist, they will reduce. So FOMO is, oh, something is out. It will not be available in the next 2 hours. फटाफट खरीद लेते हैं. So as long as you know this is a psychological bias and you tell yourself nothing is limited, nothing is scarce, I can do this when I feel like, and you don't feel the pressure of time, maybe some of those impulse purchases could reduce. Another bias is anchoring bias. Have you seen any sale happening in the mall or maybe online?
Correct.
That these shoes were, say, 100 rupees, now they're 50 rupees for a limited period of time.
5,000.
Okay, fine, 5,000. Now they're being sold at 3,000.
Okay.
So you feel there is a 2,000 discount. Actually, it's an anchoring bias because you anchored to 5,000 first and thought, it's 3,000 is cheaper.
So I'll buy it.
But actually, it's 3,000 more than what you would have spent anyway. So you're anchored to something else. Just think of it like being distracted on the wrong thing. You should ask yourself, do I really need this? Should I purchase it? It's not cheaper. You're just spending something that maybe you shouldn't.
I asked this after buying the product.
That's right.
Digital spending, impulse purchase, I got it. ठीक है. Okay.
Okay, but there is one more thing I think I forgot to mention. There will be newer products that come out that will make the entire process even easier than this.
How?
So think about, now there's going to be UPI credit, which means it's like a credit card, but it's not a card, it's UPI. Which means you can do the same pin and spend money you don't have.
Via UPI, it's a card.
अभी तुम्हारा balance नहीं होता है. When you have cash, imagine you could spend money you don't have with the ease of UPI and the QR code and the madness. This will be crazy. And I cannot do another episode just on that. If you want, tell me in the comments below. Maybe I should give you a checklist. Because we always give you a checklist. First, a cooling off period. Very simply put, when you get excited about something, wait 24 hours before you actually make the purchase. तो impulse ही ना होगा और शायद buying भी ना हो और shoes भी नहीं आए. ये कितनी सही तो है. Second, you could keep separate bank accounts. You get your salary, put most of your salary inside this other space which you don't have access to as much, and you use your primary bank account for normal spending.
Okay.
Also, you should think about having a weekly budget. So you know, इसके ऊपर नहीं जा सकते इस हफ्ते में. Next, review all your auto pays. How many auto pay subscriptions do you have? Precisely my point. He has no idea and maybe you don't too. Put it in the comments below. How many auto pays do you have? Review them, make sure you need them, and then cancel the ones you don't need. And finally, the most important thing, when you get your salary, that's the time you decide how much do you want to invest. So you withdraw that amount, put it in a different bank account or wherever you're investing, and then whatever you're left with, that's what you live your month on. Not the other way around. तो ये जो कर रहा था ना कि बचा ही नहीं कुछ, it's the other way, dude. So now, Abhishek, we've done all these episodes on psychology, from money to spending to God knows what. Is it even useful, guys? Put it in the comments if you think that this series is good, and check out all the other series and all the problems this boy has and the stuff I have to deal with for him to actually work in this office. I'm not sure if you're getting an incentive because you take so much of my time.
Arey sir, very useful series. So please let him know. Write down in the comments. Very good series. Subscribe right now. Please do. And I'll get the incentive, no?
Incentive?
Subscription.
What incentive?
Subscribe.
No, don't disturb me, dude. Bye.
Sir. इतना मैम सर हंस रहा है.
Dude, do you have tissue at home? तू बोलता हाँ. Now, you have 5 boxes already. Will you go to the mall to get more tissue?
I agree sir. Change करते
My
हैं.
point was कि if you have it, you will not go it.
Change the exam.
Sir, long weekend है sir.